Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Flat6Labs Cairo Demo Day. We're delighted to be hosting this special evening at the iconic Grand Egyptian Museum. Today, we are celebrating multiple achievements for Flat6Labs. Our 10th Demo Day in Cairo, our Cairo Seed Program over the past 5 years, our past 2 startup cohorts, and our company plans going forward. Our flagship seed program in Cairo is supported by the Flat6Labs Accelerator Fund Company, where we invest in and take smart, innovative entrepreneurs through a rigorous, tailored growth program over the course of 4 months. So far, we've invested in 91 companies. I want to remind you all that there's a QR code where you can scan and connect with all the startups that you will hear tonight. So please make sure you scan and connect with our startups. Before we kick off today, I'd like to invite our chairman, Henny Sombati, onto the stage for a word.
مساء الخير ومنورنا في الجراند ايجيبشن ميوزيوم in our demo day. دي نقطة فاصلة أو it's a pivotal moment في تاريخ Flat6 Labs and it's the 5 years بعد ما عملنا أول صندوق في مصر وإحنا we're celebrating our 11th anniversary. فممكن تقولوا you can say that our history is this is the second part of our history and we are celebrating today the end of chapter 2 with the last batch that's graduating from the FAC fund. And with us, of course, are the entrepreneurs, some of our investors that were trusted us and gave us the money من الأول, and some people from the Egyptian establishments that helped support us throughout. Today really is about celebrating a milestone with FAC and celebrating 12 new companies we're adding to the portfolio. And more importantly for us to look ahead at what's coming. And my colleagues towards the end will outline to you our future plans and how we're going to grow this business. All we can say is that the last 5 years have superseded our expectations in the overall development of the Egyptian ecosystem and also superseded our expectations in the types of companies and the companies that we did, and we look forward to further growth. And طبعا يعني it is not without significance that we chose this place. It is an iconic place. زي ما البير قال, not only does it represent the ambition and grandeur and magnificence of our ancestors, but gives us all something to aspire to عشان to connect the past with the future. There's nothing more for me personally to say except welcome, enjoy, and I would like to introduce our first speaker, Mr. باسل رحمي, العضو رئيس جهاز تنمية المشروعات الصغيرة ومتناهية الصغر المعروفة عندنا بمسميدة. وعشان قبل ما يطلع دول كانوا يعني زي ما تقولوا رحلة من قبل FAC بسنين, رحلة كفاح سوا, وبإذن الله رحلة تستمر في المستقبل. فأستاذ باسل.
Thank you, Henny. Well, thank you, Henny. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. It's really my honor to be here tonight at the Grand Egyptian Museum, the home of the world's largest ancient treasures, and a mile or half and a mile from the Great Pyramids. I'm delighted to attend the ceremony to recognize all this Egyptian brain power for their contribution and hard work in the last few months. We are here tonight to celebrate this special milestone with Flat6Labs as the first disruptor of the entrepreneurship scene in Egypt, and more than 10 years of supporting startups and empowering entrepreneurs across the country. In addition, I would like to seize such great opportunity and congratulate the management and staff for their fruitful work with other investors, partners, startups, and the community. And of course, I want to thank all Ms. Meda team for their hard work. Also, we all believe in the power of the entrepreneurship, the basic belief that if you have got an idea and if you really work hard and you are able to pick yourself up, if you stumble a couple of times, you can eventually turn that idea into a reality. This matters to us because encouragement, the spirit of the entrepreneurship, can help us to tackle some of the greatest challenges that we face around the world. Ms. Meda is proud to be part of the distinguished journey by being one of the first anchor investors to your esteemed fund through its first fund of funds, which is the first of its kind to be launched in Egypt, especially in the light of the fact that Egypt is currently in the process of its economic reform. As such, we need to mobilize all the skills, talents, and ideas from across the country to find disruptive solutions that will not only help transform the economy to a digital one, but also put a sustainable path in order to achieve our vision in 2030 goals. We assure you, Ms. Meda's commitment to the Egyptian VC space, as one of its main objectives is to enhance the Egyptian entrepreneurship ecosystem by reaching youth in all governorates, attracting more investment to Egyptian startups, closing the gaps between entrepreneurs and decision makers, providing entrepreneurs with the needs consultancy to scale up their business, and enhancing the culture of entrepreneurship among the Egyptians. Before I conclude, I would like to stress Ms. Meda's willingness to continue joining the force, which all stakeholders, to avail all the needed support to level up the Egyptian entrepreneurs and ecosystem to achieve its potential. Thank you very much for being here today, and keep the great work, and have a lovely evening. Thank you. Sure. You know, this speech is a mandate for the government. I have to read it. Next time, I promise you, I will talk French. Thank you very much.
This is for you.
Thank you.
There at the done.
Uh,
And thank you.
Thank you very much.
All of our appreciation. And
Thank you, Hen. All the best. Thank you. Merci. شكرا. بإذن الله إن شاء الله.
We've invested in multiple sectors across Egypt. One sector which particularly stands out is the food and beverage sector, which in Egypt was worth $158 billion last year alone. and it's expected to grow by 7% over the next year. A market size this big creates immense opportunities for startups operating in this space. So to tell you more, I'd like to welcome our two first startups of this evening, Hum and WellPal.
Hi everyone, my name is Magda, and tonight I'm presenting Hum Network, the digital world for food and food lovers. Hum is a tech-centered media company that creates Arabic digital content about food for social media, designed to inspire, teach, empower, and entertain. And for the last couple of years, we've been doing exactly that, teaching millions of people everything there is to know about food through hundreds of recipe videos, specialized shows, articles, and in-depth reviews. So in that time, we've made a community of nearly 2 million followers and subscribers with a monthly reach of up to 40 million people. We've partnered with 20 different brands to have their products featured in our content, and through them, we've made more than 2 million Egyptian pounds in less than 2 years. But what struck us the most was that Hum's content was viewed more than 300 million times across social media in Egypt, the Middle East, and North Africa. It turns out that the entire region is obsessed with food. In 2022 alone, more than 10 billion views of online food content originated from the Middle East. 83% of the videos that they accessed were things like kitchen skills, cooking tutorials, knife skills, and techniques. This indicated there was a huge desire to learn. We also found that 85% of all the internet searches originating from the region were made in Arabic, but only 1.1% of every 10 million websites offered content in Arabic, which is very little given the obvious demand. So these insights inspired us to take our journey with food content a little bit further and add an extension to our network. So exactly 2 days ago, we launched Hum Academy, the first online Arabic streaming service in the world dedicated to food, featuring master classes and tutorials by the region's top professionals. By mid-2023, we'll be having more than 100 courses available on the platform, covering a wide variety of topics at all learning levels, so people can access hours of content at their convenience. It'll be powered by 2 different payment options, and also marketed in Egypt and the region and selected global locations. Hum follows 2 different business models. The first is a B2B model, where we offer partnership packages to brands so they can have their products featured in our content, usually with monthly retainers at a profit margin of 40%. For the Academy, we're following 2 B2C models, a pay-per-class model and a monthly subscription model, and both at a 45% profit margin. So as we launch 100 classes on the Academy this year, we hope to end 2023 with 50,000 subscribers. By 2024, we'll be offering chef certifications through the platform and also launching our first mobile application. By 2025, our aim is to have more than 2 million subscribers on the network. To make our vision come to life, our ask is for $500,000 divided between technology and original programming, regional expansion, and also the expansion of our team, which currently consists of some amazing individuals. And together, we have more than 50 years of collective experience across multiple disciplines, including business development, PR and marketing, and also digital strategy. And they're all here tonight, and we can't wait to meet you at our booth and give you a demo of Hum Academy's first classes.
Hello, I'm Muhammad Ali, the CEO and founder of WellPal. 40 million Egyptians suffer from chronic diseases and require to replace their food ingredients with healthy alternatives. At the same time, around 12 million Egyptians who already living a healthy lifestyle, but they have limited access for the health and wellness products. That's why we created WellPal, to make the health and wellness products accessible to everyone. At WellPal, we have 5,000 health and wellness products, such as the gluten-free products, the dairy-free products, and the keto products, and so on, with next-day delivery across Egypt. Every product we supply has a complete breakdown of ingredients and nutrition facts, which caters to different lifestyles and nutrition plans. We have two main revenue streams: our consignment-based, where the merchants keep their stock at WellPal warehouse, we sell their product on WellPal platform, and we handle all the operation process and charge 20 to 25% commission. We have WellPal private label products with a profit margin of 50 to 60%. Our journey started in 2019 as a general grocery e-commerce. Then, after we identifying the market gap in the health and wellness product, we decided to focus on that specific segment, and we launched our mobile app and introduced WellPal health and wellness private label products. So, we successfully delivered 58,000 orders across Egypt with a total value of $1.2 million. The market in Egypt is huge. Over $55 billion are spent annually on the groceries, of which estimated $19 billion are spent annually on the healthy groceries. And this number is growing 10% year on year. Over the next year, we are expanding our product range to include over 10,000 SKUs. At the same time, we are launching our loyalty program, which to increase our customer retention rate and the lifetime value. In 2024, we will focus to increase our WellPal private label to 50 SKUs. And we will focus on exporting our private label product across MENA region. In 2025, our main focus to continue expanding across MENA region. At the same time, we will focus to launch our in-app fit program, which is led by doctors and nutritionists to support our customers on healthy living. And that to fulfill 210,000 orders for a total revenues of $5.3 million. To achieve all this, we are raising now $2 million to spend on our private label products, our marketing, and the operation. We are a great team of 12. I'm Muhammad Ali, the CEO and founder with 9 years experience in the finance and the e-commerce. My co-founder and CMO is Muhammad Tantawi with a great experience in the marketing. Whatever your nutritional plan you are following, we got you covered. Just download our app today. Thank you.
In 2011,
we started from here.
To believe in your dreams,
to invest in you and add value,
to build a community
that ignites innovation.
We create opportunities and we become your partner.
So your journey
becomes our journey. Your challenges
we face as our own.
Your achievements we'll celebrate together.
In Cairo,
Riyadh,
Abu Dhabi,
Beirut,
Tunis,
Bahrain,
and Amman.
We are Flat6Labs.
We are accelerating the future.
Good evening, everyone. It's such a beautiful video. Every time people clap for it, I feel like people are clapping for me when I enter. But over the past 5 years, Flat6Labs has grown from one office in Cairo to supporting startups in over 10 countries around the world. Today, we're managing 25 programs supporting over 2,000 entrepreneurs to grow their business in emerging markets. I'm particularly proud of our latest programs in Iraq, Libya, and Pakistan that have made us become a truly global company with a focus on social impact, improving national economies, and supporting youth employability. What makes Flat6Labs special is its ability to serve markets' needs. From one flagship seed program, we have grown to offering 4 different types of programs and services that support the startup ecosystem at large. We have our seed program that's linked to our investment fund and supports entrepreneurs within the Flat6Labs portfolio. This is what we're celebrating today. My colleagues Saif, Mark, and Maya will give you more details later this evening. What we also have is we've developed several ecosystem programs that are focused on a particular demographic, such as IBDAI, our female founder-focused track, or on a particular industry, such as Thimar in agri-tech, FinTech, and construction tech. We also work with other incubators, accelerators, and venture capital funds to build their capacity to better deliver their own programs to their own communities. And finally, we provide advice and practical knowledge to private, public, and not-for-profit stakeholders looking for market insights, better investment opportunities, and national ecosystem development and policy reforms. We're proud to announce that Sanad, who has been a long-time partner in both Egypt and Tunisia, is collaborating with Flat6Labs once again to make this event a success. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Noor Hidayah from Finance in Motion to the stage to say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Sanad Technical Assistance Facility, I am thrilled to welcome you all to this very exciting demo day featuring the latest cohort tech-driven startups from the Flat6Labs Cairo Seed Program. For those of you who do not know Sanad Technical Assistance Facility, we are an initiative from Sanad Fund for MSMEs, a leading impact investment fund that provides debt and equity finance to our partner institutions in the MENA region. Since our establishment in 2013, we have also been working on a sector level with a wide range of partners, including governments, financial institutions, incubators, accelerators. Our goal is to strengthen this ecosystem in the region to better serve the needs of entrepreneurs and small business owners. At Sanad Technical Assistance Facility, we are dedicated to supporting innovative entrepreneurs and helping them turn their ideas into successful businesses. We believe that startups have the power to drive economic growth, create jobs, and solve complex problems. And that is why we are so excited to be supporting this demo day and at Flat6Labs, the Cairo Seed Program. Flat6Labs is a very valuable partner for us in identifying and supporting promising startups in the region, and through the last 2 cycles of the Cairo Seed Program, we have seen some incredibly innovative ideas and passionate founders. We have been impressed by their hard work, determination, and creativity. Today, we are so excited to showcase the products and services of the latest cohort of startups who have worked tirelessly to bring their ideas to life. We believe that they have the potential to make a significant impact on their respective industries, such as health, climate, e-commerce, manufacturing, education, and create a positive change in the world. We are proud to be associated with Flat6Labs and the startups that it has nurtured. We look forward to seeing these startups grow and achieve great success. Thank you all for being a part of this demo day, and we hope that you enjoy the presentations.
Thank you very much, Noop. Now for the exciting part. There's no need for me to tell you how much FinTech is booming across the world, particularly in emerging markets where access to finance is a lot more limited than in other regions. In Egypt, there are plenty of role models for young entrepreneurs looking to make it big in the FinTech sector. In fact, Egypt has not one, but 2 FinTech startups that have grown to become startup unicorns. Fawri is the first Egyptian unicorn after reaching a market cap of $1 billion, and Halan, a very recent unicorn that raised just this year over $400 million for a valuation of $1 billion as well. I'm proud to say that in North Africa, Flat6Labs has invested close to $2 million in 19 FinTech companies. And today, I'm very proud to introduce the 2 startups from the cohort, Ahmed from Copal and Tariq from Beit Masr. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Ahmed Rifat, and I'm here to talk to you about Copal. We are the Friends and Family Money application. We're on a mission to help raise a new, financially smart, savvy African generation. Parents are facing 3 main challenges when it comes to the family expenses and their kids' allowances. There is no full solution in the market that caters for these problems and educate our loved ones about the value of money. In Egypt alone, we have 20 million kids with no banking services or cards. And this is why we built Copal. Not bound by a merchant list or institution, our card can be used on any POS, online, or even internationally. Linked with a mobile application, finally, your family expenses and your kids' allowances are all in one place. We are personalizing the family banking experience. You can now select your card designs, and you can set transaction and cash withdrawal limits. Our app is educational and interactive with gamification features, and you can assign chores and link them with incentives to your kids. Our app teaches our kids to become better spenders and bigger savers. Finally, our app will be PCI certified, powered by a local bank, and licensed by the Central Bank of Egypt. So how does it work? As a parent, you'll download the app, and then create the family tree, load the cards, and assign chores or achievements to your kids. The junior will be able to select their own card designs, view the limits and the chores assigned to them, and interact with their families and friends. Egypt's demographics is very well suited for such an offering. We have over 1.5 million families who generate around $2.4 billion of transactions a year and $3 billion of savings. And this is how Copal makes money. With every card transaction, we generate 1.9% of that transaction. And with all the savings of all our families on our app, we generate 16.5% per year. Finally, by partnering with merchants, local and international, we offer exclusive deals and discounts for our families. Since our inception in the late 2021, we have been enrolled in Central Bank of Egypt's FinTech program, developed our application, and completed the partnerships needed for us to take the product into the market. With strong propositions come strong partnerships. We are proud to announce that we are finalizing the agreement with CIB and signed the agreement with MasterCard, MDP, and Raya. Together, we are on plan to achieve our future targets, starting by going live in Q2 this year and onboarding 20,000 families by year 1. By year 2, we aim to introduce buy now, pay later, and include group savings for pots for our families. We at Copal love the youth entrepreneurial spirit, and this is why by year 3, we aim to introduce them to youth business cards, so they can introduce the world to the business world, and they can become the future generation of entrepreneurs. We aim to also expand in sub-Saharan Africa with the support of our partners. Our ask is $2.4 million to support our operations, marketing, and technology. With me on this team is Mohammed Hassan, our CMO, Akram Abdu, our CTO, and myself, Ahmed Rifat, the CEO. Together, we combine a great experience in entrepreneurship, business development, marketing, and corporate experience, ready to take Copal to a great success. So let's invest in our kids' future. Thank you.
Hello everyone. طارق الغمراوي, co-founder and CEO of بيت مصر للخدمات العقارية, digital mortgage platform. The problem in Egypt lies in that housing is available but not accessible. Today, there are more than 8 million properties that are unoccupied, of which there are 1 million property are on resale market. And there are 2 million Egyptians that are in immediate need for housing. Prices are going up every day, consuming power is going down every day, and it's already in cash, so the accessibility is very hard. Mortgage, التمويل العقاري, would be the perfect solution. Down payment, 15%, and installments up to 30 years, with interest rates starting at 3%. However, although mortgage has been in the market for more than 20 years, it represents only 2% of the Egypt GDP, compared with Arab countries like Saudi Arabia, Morocco, and Jordan, where it exceeds more than 25%. So it's not actually the lack of financiers. Today, with more than 40 banks and companies that they offer mortgage, it is the lack of the connection between the three parties, buyer, seller, and the bank. And here is Beit Masr. Beit Masr is the first mortgage broker licensed from the Financial Regulatory Authority, the FRA, technology enabled. Beit Masr, we facilitate and automate mortgage financing and brokerage online. We do provide the real estate along with the financing required. Through our online platform supported by iOS and applications, you can filter based on the area and how much you want to spend per month, the monthly installment. Then you browse the available properties on the map, do mortgage calculation. For every unit has its own built-in mortgage calculator, and many other powerful features in the app. If you are a seller, you can list your property or know more about the mortgage or use the mortgage calculator. The user interface is supported by a fully automated ERP system we developed at Beit Masr that puts mortgage in a supply chain management, from the application going through the credit approval, property selection, legal approval, and finally with the booking. For the system, it interacts internally with the customers and externally with the third parties like the banks, brokers, sellers, appraisals, and all other entities. Beit Masr, we do money through commission. So we take commission from a buyer and from the seller and from the bank. Over the past 6 months, we have communicated and consulted over than 5,000 buyers, 3,000 sellers, of which we already signed 105 contracts of a total sales volume 140 million. At Beit Masr, we succeeded in the financing and transactions, more than 30 transactions in Zayed, in Tagamma, in New Cairo, in North Coast, in Maadi, all over Egypt. And that generated more than 1 million Egyptian pounds. And thanks to all our banking partners, including more than 12 banks and mortgage companies, we have already collaborated and got cases out of it. Now it's all about scalability, further product optimization. Now it's time moving from a web application into a native application, creating 3 portals, buyer, seller, and the bank. The target mainly is to create a seamless automated interaction between the 3 parties, thus scaling our business, closing 1,600 deals over the coming 18 months, generating 65 million Egyptian pounds. For that, we are looking for a strategic investor to invest $1 million. The spend will be in technology and operation and marketing. Last but not least, it's all about the hard work and efforts of Beit Masr team. Thank you so much. Led by Kareem Mansour, our CTO, with over than 18 years of experience in technology, and me, Tariq El-Ghamrawi, with a PhD in project management and over than 22 years of experience in real estate. And either you are a buyer, seller, or looking to get financing, please download our app, and thank you.
Hello. It has been a great journey for FACT during the past 5 years. In the past 5 years, we invested in 91 companies across 16 sectors. We were able to adapt and change our ticket size to the market needs, and the startups are growing and being more mature. We were able to increase our ticket size from $20,000 in 2017, reaching $100,000 in 2022. And this was all feasible due to FAC Fund increasing its fund size from 50 million Egyptian pounds to 207 million Egyptian pounds with the support and trust of our LPs. Our portfolio companies combined generated 2 billion Egyptian pounds in revenues and were able to raise $58 million as a follow-on funding from more than 110 regional and international investors, representing 10 times the initial invested capital. We are proud that we supported more than 200 founders who were able to create direct jobs, more than 2,000 direct jobs. And we are glad that 18% of our portfolio companies are led by fantastic women. And now I would like to invite Dina Shunufi, Flat6Labs Chief Investment Officer, to the stage for LP's recognition.
Good evening, everyone. It's lovely to see the full room again. It's been a while. It's also lovely to see quite a few familiar faces, many of them representing the 30-plus VCs that we have now in Egypt, one of the most bustling ecosystems for entrepreneurship and VC. But when we launched Flat6Labs in 2017, there were maybe 4 other VC funds? Now, I'm not bragging. I mean, just a little. But really, the moral of the story is we're only here because of our LPs that believed in us very early on. Now, it's not just that they believed in us. In my opinion, I think they really were very different because they were trailblazers in understanding that VC cannot exist without the seed funds. They were the very first to understand that if you need to create entrepreneurship, it starts at the grassroots. And we thank them, and we genuinely cherish the partnership that this has turned into. It hasn't been just an investor-investee relationship. It's been a partnership, it's been support, and we genuinely thank them very much. Now, we've had Mr. Bassel Rahmi, and we thank Ms. Mida. Our very first institutional commitment. We'll never stop thanking them. I'd also like to thank the IFC. We were their first ever seed fund out of the Startup Catalyst mandate, as well as Egypt Ventures. And finally, we will be joined by the Egyptian American Enterprise Fund. Can I please ask you all to help me welcoming Anissa Kanoun from the IFC, Abdulrahman Mansour.
لا أحمد Goma is here.
Ahmed's here, sorry. Ahmed Goma from Egypt Ventures, and Yasmin Ghobrial from the Egyptian America Enterprise Fund to join me on stage to say a few words. So, can I hand over to the ladies first?
Well, thank you, Dina, for the great introduction, and thank you to the full Flat6Labs team. It's great to be here today, and it's such an honor to be part of this amazing journey for the last more than 5 years now. We're very thankful to everything you guys have did for the ecosystem, for us as LPs. You helped us really deliver on our mission to develop the private sector in Egypt, to develop the investment ecosystem in Egypt. You invested and supported a large number of entrepreneurs, of founders, and a wealth of ideas, innovative ideas and disruptive companies and businesses that will really be the driving force and for the growth of the country's economy. And for that, we at the EEF are very thankful.
Thank you, Dina, and I'm joined here by my colleagues, Sheikh Omar Sila, who is the Regional Director for North Africa, and Yasmin El-Hani, who is the Acting Country Manager for Egypt. And on behalf of the IFC, I just want to say that it's been an incredible privilege to be part of this journey with you guys. As you mentioned, you were our first venture into this space, and since then, it's been just an amazing ride. As you guys expanded and became this regional powerhouse, we supported you in Flat6 Tunis and Amman, and just to see you've actually become a key partner of ours in all of our ecosystem building efforts. And we really wouldn't be able to be in this space without all the learnings from you guys and all the work that you're doing with women, and even taking your learnings to Pakistan. You really are accelerating the future, and we really can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you very much for your patience and your partnership.
Hi, I'm Ahmed Goma, CEO of Egypt Ventures, which is a government entity. And our first investment was actually in Flat6Labs, 2017. And even before the company was actually created. There you go. So I'd like to say also that you guys have, Flat6Labs has done a great job in supporting entrepreneurs who are trying to fix Egyptian problems in the Egyptian market and abroad. And for that, I think this is very important, which is a mission that we would actually are also backing. And we want to thank you for actually doing a wonderful job taking it to the Middle East, becoming the biggest brand, I think, in accelerators. So thank you again for that. And last but not least, you guys have done a great job, wonderful team, and wonderful management. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate it. We have a small token of appreciation. Maybe not so small.
So this one, IFC.
Do you want to take a few steps? Yes, please. Omar would love if you can join us, please.
Hold this.
Yes. You mentioned a few words, you never mentioned a gift, but thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ahmed, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's really been lovely. It's been a partnership. Thank you so much. Last but not least, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So without further ado, I'll hand over back to Ghanem. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah. So back to innovation, Yahya has touched upon the potential of FinTech. It has grown to be the top funded sector in the ecosystem, where it attracted $400 million in funding last year, representing 50% of the total funding received for Egyptian startups. Please join me in welcoming our next two FinTech companies, Agil and Fuelin. Thank you.
I am Abdurrahman Saeed, CEO and co-founder of Agil. Agil is a Sharia-compliant trade finance platform, availing merchandise credit limit to empower MSMEs growth, forming a sustainable economy and boosting financial inclusion. The main barrier for MSMEs growth in underdeveloped countries like Egypt is the lack of financial literacy and the inability to access credit. And this can be mainly traced back for three reasons. First, most of MSMEs work within unorganized markets that has no any historical data. Second, as a Muslim community, people have strong beliefs that non-asset-backed borrowing conflicts with their core religious values. On the other hand, lack of innovation from traditional financial institutions have failed them in developing financial products that cater for the unique needs and the culture of the Egyptian community. That's why we have built an easy-to-use multi-tier application, digitizing the full merchant journey through obtaining Sharia-compliant trade finance in Agil B2B network. Leveraging in-house capabilities, we succeeded in building three tiers of application. First of which is designed for the use of our agent to perform the credit assessment for retailer merchant during their onboarding. And second tier is to enhance the trade operation cycle for retail merchant through obtaining instant credit lines from Agil, arranging value deals with Agil suppliers, and controlling their cash flow. Further, retail merchant will be granted a Go-branded prepaid card that facilitates repayments towards Agil and guarantee a cashless cycle. And third tier is to enhance suppliers' revenue streams by allowing them to offer on credit terms to their customers and assisting them in marketing their merchandise through Agil Digital Display Center. In addition to an instant access to their earned sales through our co-branded prepaid card. The best thing about our model is that we not only succeeded in building a culture-relevant product, but also our model unlocks a great revenue streams that with continuous optimization can hit an annual rate of 50% margin, while focusing on giving back to our community as our model is compliant with the UN SDG goals. Since March 2022, we successfully closed more than 400 merchants in the textile industry, with total of credit lines of 12 million Egyptian pound and more than 400 successful transactions. According to World Bank in 2020 report, trade market size in Egypt hit $100 billion annually. Textile industry alone accounts for $20 billion, and this one of 8 industries we close the eye accounts for a total of $50 billion. We started Agil back to October 2021, and with the efforts of our great team, we were able to launch our product in March 2022, starting with Alexandria before expanding to Cairo and Giza. And in July 2022, we announced our ambitious plan with Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank to bridge the gap between our merchant and financial inclusion by introducing our co-branded prepaid card. And finally, in December 2022, we successfully closed our pre-seed round with $1 million, aiming to obtain our microfinance license and expanding our operation. We look forward to operating in all of Egypt by becoming the first MSMEs specialized financial house. In Q2 2023, we will open our seed round and will be raising $3 million. And our team now consists of 30 team members, including myself and my co-founder Ahmed Sharbini, and Ahmed Salah, our Chief Business Officer, and Mahmoud Sabri, our Product Manager. We would love to connect, so please visit our booth. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is Kareem Gamal, co-founder and CEO at Fuelin. Fuel represents half of fleet operating cost, yet fleet managers are currently struggling with the fuel payment method. With low to no control nor visibility over their fuel transactions, a big window of fraud, misuse, and waste is wide open. This is estimated to be a $1 billion size of a window. Egypt has 11.8 million licensed vehicles, consumes 76 tons of fuel worth of $80 billion every year, and served by 4,000 stations. This is where fueling comes to life, providing fleet managers with a dashboard that helps them to set their own rules, have full visibility over their fuel transaction, and moreover calculate their fuel consumption rate for their drivers. How it works is simple. After the fleet manager sets his own parameter, a driver goes to one of our network stations to be identified through our app or an NFC tag. Once identified, both driver details and vehicle details will be displayed to the gas station worker. If the fuel amount asked by the driver is applicable, the gas station worker will go ahead and fuel up the tank. Once transaction is complete, an instant invoice along with a picture of the fuel pump will be sent directly to the fleet manager, and the money will be instantly transferred to the gas station account. Moreover, we help fleet managers to track all transactions out of our network, so the average fuel consumption rate can be accurately measured at all time. And aside from our smart solution, we also help our companies with credit facility option through our partner banks. In just 3 months, we've managed to help 11 companies with 3,000 vehicles to save more than 5% of their monthly fuel spend. We've already signed with Mastergas and Ola Energy, and we're soon to be accepted in 1,500 stations across Egypt to have by far the largest gas station network in Egypt. Against all that, we get £50 subscription fee per vehicle per month, and we also get 30 piastres transaction fee for every £100 spent on fuel. Our roadmap is to generate our consumer app to launch it this year, providing individuals also with loyalty program along with rewards against their fuel transaction. And through direct sales and referral programs, we are to acquire 200,000 vehicles, generating $4 million in revenue. And within that, we're also working on our global expansion, starting with Saudi and 3 African companies within the next couple of years, inshallah. Our ask is $750,000 to be spent on operations, product development, along with marketing. We are a team of 4 co-founders that collectively brings 70 years of experience in multiple domains: fleet management and logistics, product development, strategy, and customer experience, with the support of 12 superstars, our team. Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to meet you at our booth so we can tell you more about us.
أنا دعاء عارف وأنا رشا راضي، ودي حكاية شفاء. تطبيق شفاء هو تطبيق وسيط ما بين المرضى والصيدليات، بيقدر إنه يوصل للمرضى تحديداً أصحاب الأمراض المزمنة وكبار السن اللي بيحتاجوا أدوية شهرية باستمرار، بيقدر يربطهم بالصيدلية عشان يقدروا يحصلوا على الأدوية بتاعتهم بأسهل طريقة وفي أسرع وقت ممكن. Flat6Labs كانوا واثقين فينا enough وفي البروجرس بتاعنا إن هم حطوا تاني، ده حاجة كانت بالنسبة لنا ثقة كبيرة من Flat6Labs وفاليديشن إن إحنا الحمد لله ماشيين في الاتجاه الصح. بعد Flat6Labs بقى بعد ما اتخرجنا وبعد الديمو داي كان دايما بيبقى في meetings وايفنتس مع investors، ماتشنج، سحور، سفر، فدايما في سبورت في الحته ديت. ده ساعد ان يبقى دايما في اكسبوجر كويس مش اي اكسبوجر بقى للاشخاص اللي احنا عايزينهم يشوفونا.
Following this success story and many other examples in recent years, we've seen a remarkable transformation in the entrepreneurship and ecosystem, witnessing hundreds of Egyptian startups operating locally and internationally, even some joining the unicorn ranks. At Flat6Labs, we made a significant impact on the startup scene, effectively building and growing the ecosystem, promoting entrepreneurship and encouraging young people to pursue their ideas and turn them into successful business. Through our journey, we had the pleasure of partnering up with more than 70 organizations to support our program through exchanging pipeline, attending more than 270 entrepreneurship events across different governments, as well as sharing resources in order to help accelerate the growth of the Egyptian startup ecosystem. We aim to build first-name bases with every entrepreneur, opening our doors to them and meeting them face-to-face, organizing more than 150 events that nourish a local network of like-minded and focused entrepreneurs to meet and collaborate. Even if they can't come to us, we go to them. It's our pleasure to say, after all of these efforts, we received more than 8,500 applications from all around Egypt in our 11 cycles. We're excited about the future of entrepreneurship in Egypt, and we're honored to be a part of this dynamic and thriving ecosystem. And speaking of thriving, the global online recruitment market gathered more than $400 million in funding last year. As such, I would like to introduce our next two recruitment startups, Babriz and Taki Matter.
أكل العيش مش محتاج يبقى مر. Good evening, everyone. I'm Omar, CEO and founder of Babriz, the first digital matchmaking solution for blue-collar recruitment. Blue-collar workers are an integral part of our economy and our society. They are the heroes that take jobs that go into the production of the goods and the services on which we rely every single day. Despite the size and importance of this group, which is around 34 million people of our workforce, there are even 14 million people of the 34 that are operating completely outside of the formal economy. And these are those workers that are considered temporary workers that take daily jobs. Despite the importance of this group, the stakeholders are left to face many challenges. They have a really hard time connecting with each other for work, and a lot of time and effort is spent trying to find workers and workers to try and find jobs. The seasonal and temporary workers, on the other hand, have a severe issue with absolutely no benefits and completely excluded from the formal economy. On the other hand, companies are in a constant struggle to fill vacancies and keep up with high turnover, which is inhibiting their growth at times. And they have a really hard time in the face of regulatory changes dealing with seasonal and temporary workers, which is why we created our solution. Our solution is an end-to-end solution that depends on two user interfaces, a web-based portal for companies and a mobile app for the first time in the worker's hand. With this infrastructure, we facilitate for the first time direct access between those parties, eliminating all the hassle and effort and cost that goes into hiring these people without these tools. We also provide workers with incentives and benefits for the first time and ratings, all designed to improve their lives and create a social impact. And for companies, for the first time, they now have tools like HR and digital payments, which enables them to manage seasonal and temporary workers in a legal, cost-effective way. The employer journey is simple. It starts with a web sign-up. After they've signed up and we've approved them, they can now start to create their job requests, which with a click of a button, they can cast out into the network, reaching workers directly on their phones. Not only that, they also have HR and digital payment tools to help them also manage the process of payment, which is a big pain today. The worker journey is really simple and requires absolutely no typing. They log on to the mobile app. For the first time, they have a profile. They can upload their picture. They can put their skills and work history and ensure that they get match-made jobs sent directly to them in the place nearest to their homes. They can also, for the first time, manage their income through the digital wallet built into the app, being able to send money directly to their prepaid cards. We operate on a commission-based model where we charge companies 10% of the daily rate for temporary workers and 10% of the monthly wage for permanent jobs. Our MVP phase has been extremely successful. We successfully managed to onboard more than 2,000 workers on the network. We generated from just 2 companies that we were working with 175 vacancies, of which we managed to matchmake and fill 100, making our first revenues. In 2023, we will launch our app, which we developed during the MPV phase. This will enable us to target the first 4 governorates in Greater Cairo. We will move then in 2025 to have 8 governorates operating with over 560,000 workers on the network with a targeted revenue of 215 million Egyptian pounds. To achieve all this, we are raising $900,000 to spend on technology, operations, and marketing. The Bebriz team is comprised of Mahmoud Farahat and myself, and together we bring more than 40 years experience working in industries that are heavily reliant on blue-collar workers. And all along this way, we've been supported by a dedicated tech team from the Natsal tech studio. Thank you. Please come by our booth to learn more about Bebriz.
Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Abul Ghait and I'm the founder and CEO of TechMatter, where the MEAN is leading tech talent assessment and hiring web solution. And we are on a mission to empower employers to learn how to retain their tech talents and hire fast by using TechMatter. Technical recruitment is a painful process for all employers, regardless of their company size. Although it's a $100 billion industry, current solutions are not reliable. HR agencies, they are costly. Job boards, they give you loads of irrelevant candidates. And with the internal HR team, they lack technical knowledge, which leads to ineffective and very slow hiring process. And that's where TechMatter comes in. We have built a tech hiring arm for hundreds of companies in tens of countries worldwide. Employers, they use sourcing solutions to source candidates in general, not tech specifically, and other solutions to assess their technical capabilities and expertise, and other solutions to manage their interviewing process. And they end up with solutions to onboard them legally and financially. This whole process takes so much time, with average 45 days, and they spend so much money on it. With TechMatter, we streamlined the whole process and we managed to deliver a vetted, qualified tech talent in less than 3 weeks. And we saved so much money for our employers. Let me show you how it works on the platform. For the first product, recruitment, in just 3 steps: create a company profile and fill the required information. Step 2, post all your hiring requests. Step 3, you receive a list of vetted tech talents within 2 weeks maximum. And with the second product, assessment, we curate a test based on the employer needs, and we make sure to share the detailed version of the candidate's response. And that's not only, but also with the third product, we assign tech experts from our network working in big companies like Amazon, Meta, and other companies to interview tech talents for your company, and we share a detailed report by the expert and a recorded version of the interview as well. We charge a simple fee for our products. For the first one, recruitment, $100 as vetting fee to start the hiring process. And if there is successful hire, then it's the first month's successful hiring commission fee. And for the second product, it's based on the number of test credits used. And for the third product, with $100 average rate, we can show you different experts, and we can assign whoever you think is suitable for your needs. Since we started back in June 2020, we managed to generate 3 million Egyptian pound in revenues and grow 30% Q over Q growth rate in the last year, with retention rate 40%. And that's not only, but also we managed to draw the attention of 550 companies in tens of countries worldwide, as you can see, ranging between corporates and startups. And we saved more than 50% of their time, effort, and money. We have aggressive plans for the next 18 months. We just registered our company in KSA, and we'll have expansion plan in GCC countries and Africa as well. And to launch our onboarding and interviewing product, and to generate more than 24 million Egyptian pounds. TechMatter's team consists of serial entrepreneurs with extensive experience in everything related to the industry: product management, technology building, recruitment, and business development. And we have been featured recently in reputable magazines in Portugal, Germany, and Egypt. We're asking for $900,000 as our funding to be spent on operation, marketing, and growth. If you'd love to know more about Techie Matter and save so much time for your company, we'll be happy to talk to you at our booth. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ahmed Rustom, and this is the story of Wilt. Wilt is a software-as-a-service website builder where users can create their own Arabic websites in less than 5 minutes. Whether it's a company professional website or an online store where you can sell your products online. Since we joined Flat6Labs, we've been able to triple our number of paying customers and to triple our revenue as well. Flat6Labs connected us to a lot of potential partners in Egypt, a lot of corporates, other entrepreneurs in the startup ecosystem for potential partnership, and it was amazing so far.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to share with you our program performance over the past 5 years. We have completed 11 cycles, ran over 3,000 sessions with more than 200 trainers and coaches who have worked closely with our founders. Flat6Labs has also supported about 500 entrepreneurs through our bootcamps and seed programs. Our 4-month Cairo Seed Program is tailored to cater to the needs of the entrepreneurs to help them on their growth journey. And we do this by providing them with the tools, perks, and knowledge required to ensure their success. We also empower the startups by connecting them with hundreds of mentors, investors, and corporates. And as tech investors, SaaS is a crucial sector to us. And back in 2016, we invested in Instabug that empowers mobile teams to monitor and debug performance issues throughout the app development lifecycle. And last year, the team managed to raise $46 million. And I heard Instabug team is here. Do you mind come on stage to say a few words, please?
لسه
Thanks so much. It gives us a lot of memories just being here. We have been on that stage probably 11 years ago. It's been an amazing journey just on Instabug's side, just coming from 2 random people just graduating out of college, building a company, working with 25,000 companies around the world, working our software is touching 30% of everyone living on planet Earth, to just this humble beginning 11 years ago. And on the other side, it's been just amazing seeing the growth of Flat6Labs. Just walking in, I imagined the demo day that we had 11 years ago. It's amazing, the amount of support, the amount of funding, the amount of startups, even the quality of startups. Everyone is generating revenue and things are looking good. So it's amazing, and it's amazing just seeing this mutual growth. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank the people of Flat6Labs, Romiz and Hani and Elfie and Wael for the support over the years. It's been amazing. And we're looking forward to continue this fruitful relationship over the years. So thank you so much for having us, and thank you for betting on us 11 years ago. And we're looking forward to giving you a really good ROI, hopefully. Thank you.
And today, SaaS makes up 15% of our FAC's portfolio. And I would like to leave you with our 2 SaaS companies, Melior and Katib.
Hello, my name is Ayman, and I'm here today with my partner Daniel to tell you about Melior. Melior is a patient engagement software that redefines the way managers communicate and connect with their patients, manage their experiences, and improve their services. Throughout our experience as doctors for more than 18 years in the healthcare sector, we have seen firsthand how communication with patients and the gap in it directly hurt healthcare service provision. Only 4% of patients' complaints actually end up reaching managers. Practically speaking, one single negative review from a patient affects or gets spread to 24 people on average. This results into loss of 22% of customers from just one single negative review if it's not well managed and if it ends up reaching social media. In order to address this, managers face a number of pains that are both timely and costly to address. And in order for them to properly manage complaints, they need to have a robust tool that enables them to do so. Melior takes care of all of this, making it possible for managers to only focus on the actions that are needed to improve. It also provides them with an integrated complaints management system
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mahmoud Zomor, co-founder and CEO at Ela. Ela is an asset-light logistics company that manage and execute the logistics activities of the FMCG products from raw material to retail shelf with the least cost per case. So we basically act as an internal logistics department to FMCG's companies and SMEs. And the experience with Flat6Labs was extremely impressive. I learned a lot from the team, how they manage the program and how they develop the program, and also the amount of support they provide to all the startups throughout the program and after the program. And I want to thank the Flat6Labs team for this great effort.
At Flat6Labs, we take immense pride in being an institutional co-founder to our startups, continuously supporting them throughout the Cairo Seed Program and beyond. We've organized 22 corporate networking events, connected our founders with more than 150 corporates, and gave them access to participate in more than 20 regional conferences and events. Our team understands the challenges of launching and running a startup, which is why we have devoted an open door policy with our founders, continuously supporting them on daily functions such as finding the right talent for their team, executing their business plans, and definitely equipping them with the necessary resources to expand in the region. We've made more than 300 connections between our founders and institutional investors, angel investors, and VCs, which have led our startups to secure follow-on funding of $58 million. On that note, the transportations and logistics sector ranked second in terms of follow-on funding raised in our FAC portfolio. As such, I'd like to leave you with our last two startups of the night, Seater and Fittori. Thank you.
في الطريق هي بلاتفورم بتساعد الاونلاين ميرشنتس بشحن اوردراتهم من خلال مجموعه من شركات الشحن بيتم تحديدها على حسب طبيعه كل ميرشنتس في مرحله الاونبوردنج. ابتدينا في السوق المصري اللي وصل حجم الاي كوميرس فيه ل 9 مليار دولار واكثر من 40 مليون اوردر في 2022 مع توقع بوجود زياده سنويه وصلت 20%. ونجحنا خلال 6 شهور بالتعاقد مع 120 ميرشنت، نفذنا 40,000 اوردر بقيمه تجاوزت ال 100,000 دولار وحققنا زياده ربع سنويه 30%. ده مثال لواحد من الاونلاين ميرشنتس اللي كان بيواجه مشاكل الشحن المعتاده زي التوصيل والتحصيل والتغطيه، واللي كانت بتاثر على الاوبريشن بشكل سلبي وكانت بتمنعه من زياده عدد اوردراته لاكثر من 200 اوردر في الشهر. وهنا قرر يبتدي يتعامل مع اكثر من شركه شحن في نفس الوقت عشان يستفيد من مميزاتهم، بس بسبب عدم وجود ريفرنس او داتابيز للبرفورمانس بتاع شركات الشحن في مصر في 1000 منطقه موجوده ومطلوب خدمتها، زاد الضغط او زاد الاوبريشن سلبياته او زاد السلبيات في الاوبريشن وغير الوقت والمجهود اللي كان بيحتاجه مع ارتفاع التكلفه بتاعه التوصيل. وهنا جه دور في الطريق اللي قدرت تساعده بتحديد مجموعه من شركات الشحن مناسبه جدا لطبيعه الميرشنتس وتوزيع الاوردرات عليها على حسب برفورمانس كل شركه مع تفاصيل كل اوردر ومع وجود كواليتي اشورنس وبيمنت بروسيسز اسرع. قدرنا نساعده ان هو يحقق 1000 اوردر شهريا في 5 شهور فقط. البرودكت بتاعنا يوزر فريندلي، الاونلاين ميرشنتس يقدروا يسجلوا اوردراتهم من خلال الداشبورد مباشره او من خلال الانتجريشن اللي بتتم مع شوبيفاي او وو كوميرس عشان تبدا بعد كده عمليه الماتش ميكنج لكل اوردر مع شركه الشحن اللي هتقوم باستلامه وتسليمه مع وجود ريل تايم تراكنج وانفويسنج سيستم. احنا كمان بندعم الاونلاين ميرشنتس بفري فيتشرز تساعدوا في زياده المبيعات وتنظيم الاوردرات زي الاونلاين شوب بيلدر والانتجريتد بيمنت سوليوشن زي فوري والانفنتوري مانجمنت. احنا كوميشن بيزد موديل بنتشارج 30% من الدليفري فيز و1% من الاونلاين بيمنت ترانزاكشنز اللي بتتم من خلال البيمنت جيت ويز. هدفنا خلال سنتين ان احنا نوصل لمليون اوردر بقيمه $1,500,000 وعلشان نحقق ده محتاجين نزود مستوى الاوتوميشن في الريكومنديشن انجن في الاونبوردنج وفي الكواليتي اشورنس، نسكيل الماركتنج اكتيفيتيز بتاعتنا وننتجريت مور بارتنرز او اي كوميرس ايكو سيستم بروفايدرز. احنا بنسيك 250,000 دولار هيتصرفوا على الماركتنج، على البرودكت، على الاوبريشن. احنا تيم من 12 ممبر، 4 كو فاوندرز، احمد العبيدي السي او، محمد ماجد التك تيم ليد، ومحمد ممدوح السي تي او. لو انت جزء من الايكو سيستم او حابب تبقى جزء من الاي كوميرس ايكو سيستم تقدر تشرفنا في البوث بتاعنا. شكرا.
مساء الخير، احمد حماد كو فاوندر اند سي او سيتر. كل بيت في مصر بيعاني من مشكله المواصلات، الاب والام وهم رايحين الشغل، الاولاد وهم رايحين المدرسه، غير مشاكل تانية كتير، عدم امان، راحه، سوء جوده عربيات، والسعر الغالي. ولو انت صاحب عمل فبتعاني من مشكله مع الموردين والسواقين اللي بيوصلوا موظفينك يوميا. سيتر بتقدم لك موبايل ابلكيشن من خلاله هتقدر انك تحجز باص المدرسه وباص الشغل وانت قاعد في البيت، وهتدفع اشتراك شهري. ولو انت صاحب عمل فسيتر هتوفر لك العربيات اللي هتحتاجها لنقل موظفين، وكمان هتقدم لك خدمه مايكرو فاينانس. ابلكيشن سيتر سهل الاستخدام، مش محتاج انك تجمع جروب او ان سيتر تشترك مع المدرسه او الشركه. كل اللي عليك انك هتنزل الابلكيشن، تعرف سيتر شغاله في انهي زون، وتشترك معانا وتتابع الباص كل يوم وتوصل وانت مرتاح. ولو انت صاحب عمل فسيتر بتقدم لك داشبورد من خلالها هتقدر تتابع كل تفاصيل الاوبريشن، وخدمه مايكرو فاينانس من خلالها هتقدر تدفع مؤخر 45 يوم فواتيرك. البيزنس موديل في سيتر 2، بي تو سي وبي تو بي. البي تو سي بيكون اشتراك شهري قيمته 1000 جنيه، والبي تو بي بيكون تعاقد سنوي ما بين سيتر والشركه، وبيكون سعر الباص 17,000 جنيه. سيتر is positive on gross margin، وقدرت تحقق أكتر من 36 مليون جنيه، وعملت أكتر من 115,000 رحلة، وشغالين في 3 محافظات. غبور شريك استراتيجي مع سيتر، وهرم من إحدى شركات غبور ومن أكبر السبلايرز لسيتر. ودي قائمة من العملاء اللي سيتر بتنقل موظفينها يوميا. الماركت سايز كبير وبيتصرف فيه أكتر من 30 مليار دولار سنويا. هدف سيتر الاستحواذ على 5% من الماركت خلال ال5 سنين الجايين. خلال السنتين الجايين هدف سيتر التوسع على مستوى مصر والخروج لماركت جديد زي السعودية، وإن هي تحقق أكتر من 300 مليون جنيه عند نهاية 2024. والتحقيق ده فالأسك 1 مليون دولار لتطوير البرودكت والتيم اكسبانشن والاوبريشنز والماركتينج. سيتر وراها اكتر من 20 موظف و4 كو فاوندرز، عبد الرحيم وابراهيم واحمد وانا احمد حماد. عندنا خبرات كبيره جدا في النقل وفي التكنولوجي وفي الماركتينج. تقدروا تزورونا وتعرفوا اكتر عن رحله سيتر. شكرا.
We're about to announce something nice and exciting, so maybe if you can join us again. Hello, everyone. Great. So I know it's very cold. I hope that the energy of the startups is keeping you warm, and maybe we can give them a big round of applause. As we wrap up our event, we are also wrapping up our fund, as you heard from my colleagues tonight. 5 years of exciting achievements, more than 100, around 91 startups that we invested in. And I'm sure everyone tonight is asking, what's next for Flat6Labs? So after this fund, what we are doing in Egypt, and what's the next chapter? And this is exactly what we are about to tell you. And for this to happen, I would like to invite my colleagues, Dina El-Shunufi and Walid Triki, our GM in Tunisia, to the stage.
sorry guys. We know it's cold and everyone's keen to leave. So we'll make it short, but we'll also make it exciting. Ramos and I have been working, what now, 12 years together. I think probably longer than most marriages. But it's been successful and we look for it to long continue. We've been dragged into this industry by the two gentlemen, Hani and Alfie, and I think we'll forever be grateful for them. But we started in Egypt as Egyptians. We did what we've been able to do in the last 10 years between the proprietary investments and Flat6Labs seed fund, the first institutional fund with our co-investors and our anchor LPs. And the idea is we got dragged into VC, but we very quickly caught a bug. We caught the bug of positivity. I was just speaking to someone about how in 2011, walking into the Flat6Labs office was the only source of constant positivity and hope and outlook to the future. But we understood that to support, we have to start at the grassroots level. It's the seed startups that really need our support the most. And in the past 12 years, I think we've managed to help quite a few of them, 140 companies in Egypt that have created economic value, they've created employability and job opportunities. And most important, they've created a step closer. We helped them a step closer towards their ambition. But Egypt wasn't alone. We realized that there's so many other markets in Africa that requires exactly the same help. So we've expanded to Tunisia, and that's when we came to partner with Walid Triki.
So actually, Flat6Labs was launched in Tunisia in 2017, and we are proud to say that during the last 5 years, we have been the most active investor in the country. We have a portfolio of 75 companies. We have invested around $6 million, and the startups have been able to raise $16 million, and they have created more than 600 direct jobs. And today, the total market cap of our investment reached $84 million.
Exactly. And as you know, Flat6Labs actually, we made seed investment in the region institutional. And we have invested in more than 400 startups over the last 11 years, from Tunis to Abu Dhabi. We have been managing $100 million of assets under management, but we are very proud that quarter of this amount was invested here in Africa. And as you know, and as my colleagues said earlier today, for every dollar Flat6Labs invested, our startups managed to raise 10x on the dollar, actually as follow-on funding. And as you might know by now, Africa is amazing. The ecosystem is growing very fast. It's actually growing 3x the global average. It's a huge market. 1.2 billion people actually live in this continent. And the startups in Africa managed to secure more than $6.5 billion of funding just last year.
So we found it so exciting. We said, we've been partners for 12 years. What about another 10 years? So for the next 10 years, Walid, Ramez, and myself will be dedicating ourselves to what we think is a really exciting opportunity, which is our Africa Seed Fund.
Thank you.
When we launched our Egypt and Tunisia funds 5 years ago, we needed to be on the ground. The markets were nascent. We needed to create these separate vehicles that support local-only ecosystems. With this fund, we feel a lot of synergistic opportunities and similarities in a wider market. So what we want to do is create that fund to serve all of North Africa, East and West. But we've listened and we've iterated. So we remain true to who we are. We are the lead seed investor in the MENA region and Africa. What we want to do is, but what we want to do is improve. And so what we've changed this time with this fund is that we've understood that the market has matured. And so we will be offering higher ticket sizes, even at the seed level, to support our companies to walk longer, to go faster. What we also have been very cognizant of is that the market has also matured. When we started Flat6Labs, most founders were first-time founders. Now we're seeing the new wave of second-time founders and far more experienced and nuanced founders. So we will be able to also provide and cater for the second-time founders that don't necessarily need to go through a Flat6Labs program yet again. We're very, very excited about how this is going to be. This is going to be headquartered in Egypt, majority invested in Egypt, which is our hometown and where Ramez and I will remain to be. And then we are very excited about the sectors that we feel are more relevant to our region, particularly logistics, health tech, ed tech, sustainability, which is definitely something that our region craves and needs. But we didn't just adapt and listen on the investment side. We also adapted the program to be a lot more regional.
So in addition to the capital that we will invest, we will offer continued and crucial support to the startups that join our Africa Seed Program. First, we will offer a physical program experience such as the bootcamp, the networking sessions, and the new annual Flat6Labs African Summit. This gives entrepreneurs the opportunity to work alongside our team of experts and peers, but also make valuable connections with potential investors and other entrepreneurs. Second, we have also a virtual program that is flexible and accessible for entrepreneurs to receive support and make progress on their business no matter where they are located. And finally, it's also a hybrid program that combines the best of both worlds. As you can see, this program is designed to provide the entrepreneurs with the resources and support that they need to be able to grow and scale their businesses to new heights.
This fund is actually expected to be a major player within the Africa ecosystem. Do you remember the stat I mentioned earlier? So with $80 million or $90 million that we'll be investing in Africa, we expect that these startups will be able to raise around $800 million of full-on funding based on our historicals. This significant influx of value-add capital has the potential to create more than 14,000 jobs, support 1,200 Africa-based founders with 20% female participation, and generate revenues of more than $700 million through these startups. The fund is very well positioned to be the catalyst for driving long-term positive change African youth really deserve, providing resources to the brightest of them and truly accelerate the future of our beloved continent. We're also very proud to announce that the Africa Seed Fund will be established by Flat6Labs with the support of the GIZ Agriculture Innovation Project, AIP, and GIZ Scaling Digital Agriculture Innovation through Startup Size Program. Would like to thank GIZ for their tremendous trust and support in our vision to expand to reach the fastest growing VC market in the world. And now, I would like to invite Mr. Hassan Badawi from GIZ to the stage to share a few words.
Thank you, everyone. We're very proud to be working with Flat6Labs and to be here with you today to announce this partnership. It's going to be a start of a multi-year partnership with Flat6Labs to launch the Africa Seed Fund. You mentioned Africa has raised $6.5 billion last year in VC funding, but this actually represents only around 1% of global VC funding across the world. So we thought, along with the Zeiss team at GIZ, that we need to do something to increase and to incentivize VCs to work in Africa. And when we reached out to Flat6Labs, they were very interested in expanding to not just North Africa, but to Sub-Saharan Africa as well. So we are going to be working in initially 13 countries, and we hope to reach, at the end of our partnership, $100 million in the fund. So we're very proud and very excited to announce the fund that's going to be launched today. And I'd like to give a special thank you to the Flat6Labs, especially Yahya Houri and Hassan Mansi, who really were the soldiers on the ground to get this ball rolling. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Hassan. Thank you. And as our evening comes to an end, I'd like to thank you, all of you, for joining us. I'd like to thank the Flat6Labs team. I'd also like to thank, in Egypt, we have special legal advisors who have been our partners for the last 10 years, Levari, for all their support and very sound legal advice. I'd also like to thank Events Around Egypt for organizing this event tonight and helping put all the elements together. I would like also to thank the Grand Egyptian Museum team, L'Oriental for their catering, and of course Abdel Hamid for putting together the slides for tonight. Thank you so much. And of course Panda House, who managed the production of this amazing event. Please make sure to stop by the exhibition area to meet with our startups. You can also go to the Flat6Labs website, flat6labs.com, or scan the QR code you have to be able to connect with any of the startups that pitched tonight. And now I would like to invite the Flat6Labs team and our founders and partners to the stage for a group photo. Thank you so much and enjoy your evening. Thank you.